Hi, my name is Riste. I'm doing Masters in Biology. So my topic is on public health, communication and trust opportunities for understanding. So my topic is on public health. So public health is playing a vital role. It's important in entire population in protecting, improving disease, and also it has many importance in prevention, curation, health promotion, because that's important. Health promotion, if we don't promote, if we don't make awareness on people, they won't understand its importance. And these policy efforts are getting reduced day by day. This it's becoming more, creating more health risk. So despite its importance, many people is having lack of understanding and what public health should be. So public health work is behind the scenes. It's not like people are looking in front and understanding, but it's like behind the scene. It needs to be work harder on public so that people can connect to each other or understand or recognize its contribution. So this connecting these hinders are effective in communication between public health professions and in public. So it's targeted in most of the people who are in general to understand more about public health. So my this review paper shows more research problem in public health, which is most of the time people misunderstood and have confusion. So the objective is like increasing public awareness and also public health profession. So it should be trusted in health recommendation, suffers when the public lacks having clarity on field scope and importance. So there are some specific gaps where it's much more and more understandable in trust building health communication broadly, but few have focused on messaging. So there should be some approach to where general people can understand more about public health. So there's needed to be have some tests. So in this paper they mainly showed about some specific test which shows different specific messages, strategies, and also the messengers, which is much more important in delivering public health consciousness. So this research shows some objective, which is to identify the public health messages, effective communicate, and the objectives also include some public awareness, understanding of the public health activities like COVID vaccines should needed to be in prior different doses. Everything should be noted. Everything should be delivered to people, to general people, to elevate their knowledge and also to elevate their value of public health efforts. Diverse audience, diverse, if you don't have diverse audience, then it will be hard to make people understand. Some people, they understand the importance of vaccination, some people don't understand, some people are against of that. To make them understand how it works, we might so the public health workers can work on it. So there are some specific gaps which highlighted in existing literature, particularly regarding message clarity, source credibility, and strategies. Some are having some analysis with some framework, and also the main thing focused on this research objective is to be having trust. So explores, they also showed about the exploring of different responses of messages which are delivered clearly to public health, and it's the first thing, it's the first initiative thing to do in to see the its perspective in this paper. So in this study, they did a qualitative research which is based on data collecting on 20 focused group discussions and also individual 11 people who are having in-depth interviews. So they had done it in via Zoom in March and April 2024. So participants were recruited by professional people who are having general knowledge on healthcare and also disease prevention, and the recruitment targeted was English-speaking US adults who are aged above 18. So focused groups excluded participants with extremely high and also low trust people. So they had some analysis on thematic which were followed by framework method which we will describe later, but this shows that they have done so many research on two kind of peoples who are focused group and also who are having in-depth interviews. So this also having some research team which used framework method for inductive thematic analysis. So they had recruitment in two things: two diversity, which is demographic diversity, and psychographic diversity, which is based on several things, which is based on race, ethnicity, age, gender identity, geographic region, which is much more important in rural people in rural countries, countryside, political learning, education level, because every people are not educated in same range, and also people who are having range on income level. So they had did several kind of diversity demography, and also they excluded the individuals with extreme trust levels, who are having no trust, who are some of are having high trust. So the excluded two extreme teams were focused groups, and they were also excluded from other general people. So IDI, which is interview in-depth peoples, are included a broader range of trust levels. So this is one type of recruitment they had done, that these people are highly educated on public health awareness, on disease prevention, and also awareness in different sectors to explore the assumption. So they did different kind of data collection for this process. So for here they had shown participants which had viewed 10 to 12 10 to 14 public health messages, which had they had done in different session. So messages were tested different framing which were related to public health, to keep people safe and healthy, and also this people professional work are very experts on doing those data collection. So these participants were assessed messages based on three things: so clarity and relevance, to see that how clarity is in their public health consciousness, and also disease prevention, and also they are much more aware of the public health workers, and also perceived trustworthiness, which is much more important to having trustworthiness in public health. And also they had tried to see some value of public health, which how much people are giving value on their trustworthiness and also public awareness of health things. So there are some examples for I'm showing you three examples on version A, version B, and version C. So version A, this shows that public health, they are preventing they prevent disease and injuries, and they ensure that there are clean water, safe water, because different regions are including having different air problems, safe water, because in California we see that there's less water, and it's the water are not safe as other areas. And also some other countries on Asian and Middle Eastern countries, they have found that there's arsenic in the water. So these are not healthy things in water, and to ensure that there are a lot of things which is showing in this public health. So version V, which shows different public health profession with experts, and also this shows some policymakers. They collaborate with community leaders to promote a healthy and safety life. So they have limited and inaccurate understanding among participants, which shows that participants are having struggling with identifying public health professions and their roles, and which also shows some improvement and significant confusion which can be persisted. So there are more value and trust all over initial value, which shows public health activities are generally very high. So different this 75 participants shows different level of their recommendation, and moderate or low. And the trust in public health shows different feedbacks, and overall minimal shifts was also shown to have different message exposure. So discussion is having effective messages, which shows that there must be a clear on people health awareness roles and actions. So there are humanizing public health, and also it shows relatability and acceptance. So the abstract or broad messages were failed to resonate, and messaging was much high in experiencing build trustness and credibility, and it shows participants' response in different limits, which shows a different insights on public health. So here is the limitations for this research, which is based on qualitative findings. They are not generalized with statistically, and they showed no comparison in control groups and validates shifts in trust and of understanding. They had done detailed. There was though there was some lack of detailed demographic analysis, but it didn't affect much, but there was some. And also the participant responses which may reflect on misunderstanding on those interviewers, who are also having affection on validity of those findings. So this is the conclusion, where this study shows that they have lack of understanding in public health, and also some messages which are also improve some awareness, overall shifts in trust, and that messages which include specific roles, clear messages on strongly with participants, which shows future communication efforts and bridge gaps in different people relevant to any community engagement. So here is my conclusion. So this is the reference where I got the paper from. Thank you for your support.